Club of Greater Dhaka, District 3281, Bangladesh. So welcome you all to the International Joint Online Mega Meeting. This is the third in the series in this Rotary year. And we are very, very fortunate to have with us Rotary International President nominee, Mário César de Camargo, with us from Brazil. Welcome you, sir. Now I request the Charter President, Clara Sijoba Krongbon, the founding president of Rotary Club of Benavasi International District 2203 Spain, to call the meeting to order.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Clara Sijoba Krongbon, founding president of Benavasi International 2203. And I'm a media and social entrepreneur, and it's an honor to call this meeting to order. But today being 25th of November, 2023, and the time is 4:04.
Thank you. Now I request PP GM Najmul Hussain to play the audio visual of the Rotary anthem. Thank you. Now over to the Charter President and the convener of this mega meeting, Ambassador OGM Ashri, to give his welcome address.
Thank you so much, moderator. My apologies, I couldn't on my camera now because I have some small internet challenges. As soon as I get it done, I'll put on my camera. I really want to welcome everybody to be part of this international mega meeting. First of all, I want to welcome the Rotary International President nominee for taking his time to be part of this mega meeting. And also to all Rotarians, district governors, Rotary family and friends who take their weekend to be part of this another exciting meeting with the Rotary Club and District Friendship Exchange Group. Thank you and welcome once again. Thank you, moderator.
Thank you. May I request Charter President, Ambassador OGM Ashri, to spotlight and recognize and acknowledge the presence of the Rotary leaders who are present here.
Thank you, my moderator. Thank you once again. I think as the meeting keeps going on, we can spotlight and introduce them. Can we just move on now?
So, may I now request PP Rotarian Maithili Muralidharan of Rotary Club of Chennai, Gemini in District 3232, India, to give a brief introduction of the mega meeting platform and to recognize the organizing host and co-host clubs.
Thank you, Smita. Namaste to each one of you here. Welcome everyone to Rotary Club's joint international mega meeting platform initiated by Rotarian AM OGM Ashri. This platform connects Rotary clubs around the world to hold joint meetings on a common topic of interest. Of late, we had organized several meetings inviting world leaders to address us. Mostly recently, during the last 6 months, RI.President Gordon McNally, President-elect Stephanie Urquhart, and CEO RI John Hugo had addressed us on various burning issues. Today, on the event day of elimination of violation against women, we are happy that RI.President Mário César de Camargo, and DG Ifienba Rita Elizy are with us to address us. Today's meeting convener is Rotarian Ozium Esiri, and the co-host are Rotary Clubs of Sapele GRA from District 9110 from Nigeria, Greater Dhaka from Bangladesh, Bhubaneswar Flamingo from Chennai, Germany, Budwan E-Club Coastal Bay of RI District 3262, Siliguri Metropolitan, Bengaluru Platinum City, all from India. And we have Balaju from Nepal. We have UVA Hills and Pandaswar Naswara from Sri Lanka. We have Mirpukhas Sadar and Mirpukhas Paradise from Pakistan. We have Hull Paragon from UK. And we have El Penon from Venezuela. We have Gordon Rotary Club of Kulubu, District 2440 from Turkey. We have Manila 101 from Philippines. We have Nairobi Ngong Road from Kenya. We have E-Club from World Peace from USA and Brasilia International from Brazil. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Maithili, for introducing all the host club and the host. Now, may I now request PDG Sandra Diaz of District 4530 Brazil to give a warm welcome to the RI.President Mário César de Camargo.
I will be speaking português. Meus cumprimentos a todos os que aqui se encontram, em sinal de prestígio à Rotary. Eu me chamo Sandra Gonçalves Dias, sou associada representativa ao Rotary Club de Trindade, governadora do Rotary International para o ano rotário 21-22, Distrito 4530, no coração do Brasil. Sou coordenadora regional assistente para o desenvolvimento do Rotary e representante do Conselho de Legislação 2023-26. A mim coube a honra e a alegria neste encontro de líderes globais saudar o presidente indicado do Rotary International 2025-26, Mário César de Camargo. É uma deferência generosa e muito especial do companheiro Ozium Esiri, Chair Internacional Mega Meeting, que culmina com a minha condição de ser compatriota do futuro presidente. Depois de 3 décadas, veio a notícia mais esperada no Brasil, consolidada oficialmente em 15 de setembro pretérito. O coro dos brasileiros ressoou de norte a sul e de leste a oeste. É ele, é do Brasil, Mário César de Camargo, presidente indicado do Rotary Internacional para o ano rotário 2025-26. Graduado pela Escola de Administração de Empresas de São Paulo, da Fundação Getúlio Vargas, é associado ao Rotary Club de Santo André, na Grande São Paulo, Distrito 4420. Atuou como curador da Fundação Rotária em 2015 e 2019 e diretor do Rotary International em 2019 e 2021. Aliando sua visão empresarial à experiência marcante como intercambista na adolescência, o momento atual e os caminhos que estão sendo traçados pelo nobre líder Mário César, sua esposa Denise e grande equipe farão a diferença no mundo. Sua trajetória de 43 anos, notória inquietude, talento, habilidades, resiliência e visão sempre estiveram em grandes frentes, instigando outros a ultrapassar limites, servir com compromisso, dedicação e ética. Mário cria esperança no mundo. E nós, que fazemos o Rotary no Brasil e no mundo, visando promover, entre outros objetivos permanentes, a paz e a compreensão mundial, precisamos, sobretudo, conscientizar as pessoas da importância do nosso papel para fortalecer a maior organização de amor do mundo. Enfim, concluo esta saudação afirmando que o futuro do Rotary começa agora e não será definido na sede mundial, mas em cada Rotary Club, onde o rotarismo se desenvolve em sua plenitude, pois cabe a cada um de nós atender o chamado, dar o nosso melhor para o sucesso de todos, desenvolver o Rotary, crescer e mantê-lo forte. E assim estaremos, todos juntos e unidos, de mãos dadas, a partir de agora, trabalhando a continuidade. Seja bem-vindo, meu nobre presidente Mário, do Brasil para o mundo. Com você, com a sua expertise e com todos nós juntos, o Rotary no pódio das melhores práticas do servir. Muito obrigada. Thank you very much.
Thank you, PDG Sandra, for giving a nice welcome to our chief guest, RIPN. Now, may I now request the DES District 9110 to Rotarian Tayo Adelaja to give a brief introduction of our guest speaker, DG Ifeyinwa Rita Eligi. And today is the UN Day for Elimination of Violence Against Women, and we are very happy that DG of District 9110 is here to give a brief, to brief us about the importance of the day. And now I request DES Tayo to give a brief introduction of the DG District 9110.
Okay, yeah, good afternoon from Lagos, Nigeria. I greet all Rotary leaders and fellow Rotarians, particularly the RI.President, nominee Mário César. I will be introducing the District Governor of Rotary District 9110, Nigeria, in person of Rotarian Ifeyinwa Rita Eligi. Right, and it will go as this way. She is a chartered, her name is Ifeyinwa, she's a chartered stockbroker. She is a level 2 major donor of Rotary Foundation, having contributed over $25,000 to the foundation. And she has excelled in her profession as a stockbroker and in serving humanity through Rotary as a Rotarian. She holds a Master of Science degree in Corporate Governance and Finance from the Liverpool John Moore University and an MBA in Banking and Finance, amongst every other educational qualifications that she has got. She's a fellow of so many professional institutes, like the Institute of Stockbrokers. She's a fellow of the Pension Institute of Nigeria. And she's a fellow of the Society of Public Administrators of Ghana, among other professional associations that she belongs to. She actually started her Rotary journey as a Rotaractor in undergraduate days, and she then joined the Rotary Club of Ikoyi Metro, District 9110 in the year 2006. And since joining the Rotary Club of Ikoyi Metro in that year, she has served Rotary in different capacities, and she has served at the district level, at her club at the district level, and beyond the district level. She served as the president of that club in the year 2011-2012. Ife currently is the district governor of Rotary International District 9110 Nigeria. She is a member of the famous Ikoyi Club in Lagos, Ikoyi Club 1938. For anyone who had been to Nigeria will know the club called Ikoyi Club in Lagos. For her leisure, she loves traveling, meeting people, and having creative discussions And of course, the continued humanitarian services. Distinguished Rotarians here, please welcome our district governor, Ifeyiwa Ejeze. Thank you, everyone.
Now over to DG Ifeyiwa to speak to commemorate the UN Day of Elimination of Violence Against Women. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry I'm doing this from the car, but I will be with you. It's the life of a DG. Yeah, I have just come out of a DG visitation to a club. So I might start by appreciating our Rotary International President nominee, Mário César. Let me appreciate all these Rotary International leaders here present, fellow governors and future governors of our Rotary International, and everyone here present, fellow Rotarians and guests. It is my pleasure this afternoon to be talking to you briefly about the topic of elimination of violence against women. We are using this to mark today as the United Nations Day. So permit me to just go straight to what we are to do today. It gives me great pleasure to be speaking to you this day on this age-long topic that concerns us in our world. Violence against women is any act of gender-based violence that results or is likely to result in physical, sexual, or psychological harm or suffering to women. These acts of violence include, but not limited to, intimate partner violence, that is marital violence, sexual violence, rapes or coercion, etc., human trafficking, female genital mutilation, child into forced marriages, etc. According to WHO, 1 in 3 women globally experience one form of violence or the other. Of particular concern is the intimate partner-related violence, which has been found to be responsible for 38% of all the murders of women, according to the same WHO reports. Some usual causes of violence against women include history of violent behaviors, early aggressive behaviors, hyperactivity, impatience, abuse of drugs, alcohol, etc. Male chauvinism, inferior complex issues, economic hardships, emotional distress. All these are causes of violence against women. And the effect of this violence against women results into physical injuries. It takes women into infertility, sexually transmitted diseases, trauma, depression, anxiety, panic attacks. All these are the result of violence against women. It turns these women to be the above things that have been talked about. But the question will now be, how do we eliminate this violence against women? What do we do in our society to help women and protect them from this violence, especially for women, their partners? You know, how do we eliminate? We speak up. We have to speak us all the time. We have to speak out and say what is happening to us as women. We have to identify the issues and the signs. When we see the signs in women, we have to identify it, and we have to call out sexual harassment. Most times you find out that women are harassed sexually out of shame or not wanting the public to know what they are going through. They hide it and keep it within themselves, and they don't get to talk about it. But we must learn to speak out. We must learn to call out to what people do to us sexually and all that. And then we talk about challenge beliefs on masculinity. This is very important. Most times the men believe that they are more superior to women. So because of it, they harass women in different ways, sexually and otherwise. And they believe that women should not raise their faces. The women's voice cannot be heard. This is violence against women. It's intimidation. Women must be heard. We are created equal by God, and men and women are the same. We have equal opportunities in life, and we must be given opportunity to excel in our different ways that we can prove ourselves. So we must learn how to challenge that beliefs on masculinity from men. We must learn how to fund women advocacy organizations. There are organizations that can help women and speak out on violence against women so that precautions can be taken, remedies can be given to women that have been violated, and more importantly, can be treated as crime against those that violate the women. So we must fund women advocacy organizations to enable them achieve what they have set out to do. There must be call for better responses and action at complaint center. We need to set up complaint centers. We need to call for responses and then push from this, push for stronger laws that will protect women, especially in our country, in Nigeria. Most countries abroad, yes, women have some kind of protection. They are not abused the way women are abused in Africa. But here in Africa, we need laws to be, we need to push for stronger laws that will protect our women from all these abuses. Support women in leadership positions. This is very important. You find that most times men just believe that certain positions cannot be handled by women, but that is not true. Women are equally as strong as the women, if not as the men, if not even stronger. So we must continue to support women into leadership positions. For example, in my district 9110 is over 56 years old. I am the second female to become a district governor. Last year, we had a female who handed over to me this year. And after me now, the man has taken over again. In 56 years of running a district 9110, the men never thought it wise that women are good enough to ascend that position of district governor until last year and this year. And I can assure you that the man has taken over again. And I don't know how long it will take before a female can come up again to be district governor of district 9110. So we must continue. Even in RI, in Rotary International, for the first time, Jennifer Jones was the first lady to become RI.President after over 115 years of Rotary. That is not encouraging. That is not good enough. We must encourage women by allowing them to take leadership positions and to excel and prove themselves the way they do in service to humanity. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that as we mark the United Nations Day today, we want to urge all, including us in Rotary, to step up concerted efforts at eliminating this menace in our society called violence against women. It has cowed so many women. It has made so many women go into their shell. It has made so many women not be able to come out and prove themselves, even when they can do it. They're intimidated so much that they can't speak out. They can't say what they are going through. And most of them have died in the process. We should be able to support women. We should be able to bring out laws that will protect women. And more importantly, let there be advocacy groups. And let's continue to fund these advocacy groups so that they will be able to help women. Thank you very much, and God bless us all.
Thank you, DG. And you really gave a very thoughtful, thought-provoking ideas, what we should do. Now, may I now request Tom, popularly known as Thomas A. Gump, to Rotary International President 24-25 to propose a vote of thanks to DG Ifneyua Rita Eligi.
Thank you, Dr. Shamita. It is indeed my honor to give this vote of thanks to Rotary International District Governor Ifeyiwa Rita Azizi from Rotary International District 9110, which includes all the Rotary clubs in Lagos and the Ogun States, Nigeria. District Governor Azizi, thank you so much for that informative and inspiring address regarding the United Nations Commemorative Day for Elimination of Violence Against Women. Having 3 sisters and actually a twin sister, I really appreciate the work that you are doing. I'd also like to thank you for leading your district very well. I especially appreciate the work you've done during this month of November to support our Rotary Foundation in addition to your continuous efforts to grow Rotary membership and improve our public image. For all these things, we thank you. And I'm very much looking forward to RIPN Mario giving his speech. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you all. Thank you.
Thank you. May I now request PP Rotarian GM Najmul Hussain to give the brief introduction of our chief guest, Rotarian Mário César de Camargo, RIPN. Over to you, Najmul.
Thank you. Thank you, MC. Rotary, now, me, you, and the future, new reality and challenges. On this topic, at the Rotary Club's online mega meeting platform, we have with us none other than 2025-26 Rotary International President nominee, Mário César Martinez de Camargo of Brazil. Fellow Rotarians, ladies and gentlemen, this is Rotarian past President GM Najmul Hussain from Rotary Club of Greater Dhaka, District 3281, wishing you warm greetings from Bangladesh. Good day to you all. It's an absolute pleasure to introduce Rotary International President nominee Mário César Martinez de Camargo, who is a member of Rotary Club of Saint Andre, Sao Paulo, Brazil. He is been selected of nominating committee for president to become Rotary International President for 2025-2026. Camargo plans to boost Rotary's public image by working from the top down. Rotary today has strong competition for members and funds, he said. He also said, and I quote, "We need to rejuvenate the brand, especially in some zones. We should utilize post-pandemic meeting tools to allow the president to address Rotarians all over the globe. We also need to develop more long-term partnership with political, community, and business leaders. Let's emphasize our greatest asset, 4.1 million volunteers," unquote. He also hoped to improve Rotary's process for appointment and governance. He mentioned, and I quote, "Rotary should adopt a more transparent systems to appoint volunteers for positions with clear criteria and database evaluation of results," unquote. Camargo was president of Graficia Bandeirantes and has been a consultant to the print industry in Brazil. He has also served as president and chair of several printing and graphics trade associations, including the Brazilian Association of Graphic Technology and ABIGRAFI, the Brazilian Printing Industry Association. He has served on the board of Casa de Esperanza, House of Hope, a hospital sponsored by the Rotary Clubs that serves 150,000 children with disabilities every year. Camargo studied in the US and Germany and holds degree from EASP Fundação Getúlio Vargas in Business Administration and Faculdade de Direito de José Bernardo do Campo in law. He was a youth exchange participant in Minnesota, USA in 1974-75, which inspired a lifelong commitment to the program. A Rotarian since 1980, Camargo served as his club's youth exchange officer in 1981 at the age of 24. He has served Rotary as director, trustee, RI learning facilitator, committee members and chair, and task force member. Camargo and his wife, Denise, are major donors and benefactors of the Rotary Foundation. With that brief introduction, without further ado, fellow Rotarians, please join with me welcoming our today's key speaker, Mário César Martinez de Camargo. Sir, the screen is all yours. Thank you.
Well, thank you, everyone. Guten Tag für alle. Bonjour a tous, buongiorno a tutti, buenos dias a todos, bom dia a todos, good day, everyone. This is truly an international platform. I can see a lot of friendly faces that I have met and I had the privilege to encounter and meet during 43 years of Rotary life. This is our payback. The amount of friendship that we have accumulated over 4 decades of service. That's Rotary's check to improve the quality of our lives. The amount of friends that we cultivate and that we gather and garner around the world in service. I am right now in the Christmas lunch for my board of governors for my district, 4420, before I am sucked into the Evanston machine starting July 2024, when I have to move to Evanston, our headquarters. So I'm making myself available to as many meetings as possible, not only here, but everywhere that I'm called for. I think the president of Rotary has to be an accessible person. Rotarians have to meet the president, to know his or her ideas, to exchange views, to give feedback, and I'm honored to have been invited to attend this meeting. As an evidence of the internationality of Rotary, today in our lunch, our district gathers all the past district governors every 2 months, to keep the conversation and information flowing. We have an international guest, Haresh Hamshandani from Jamaica, who was the master of ceremonies in Hamburg, and who happens to be, along with his 2 kids, a Taylor Swift fan. So Taylor Swift was performing yesterday in Sao Paulo, and he traveled all the way from Jamaica to attend her concert, which started last night. When I'm asked about what my priorities for year 25-26, I'm kind of reluctant to call it my year, because I don't really own the years. I don't possess. I just belong to year 25-26. My priorities will replicate Rotary's priorities. For me, Rotary's priorities, we have 2 clear priorities. One is for the Rotary Foundation, which is clearly the eradication of polio. I wonder who is in Rotary that doesn't share this priority in the Rotary Foundation. We have reduced the number to 11 this year, but Rotary's priority was given to me when I was a trustee some years ago in a meeting with the International Polio Plus Committee. There was this chairman or the chairperson from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation who was present in one of the IPPC meetings, the International Polio Plus Committee meetings with our partners, the CDC from Atlanta, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, UNICEF, WHO, and more recently, Gavi. They did not exist at that time as a partner. And I asked that person, who was a woman, a female, who was the CEO of Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, why do you partner with us? Why do you give us $100 million a year when you have so many other organizations that you could partner with? And they also partner with a lot of other organizations. And she told me, because I don't have 1.2 million volunteers in my organization. So that was like a lightning flash in my mind. I said, this lady, this female CEO sees my organization, Rotary, with more clarity than I do. He sees what is really worth in the Rotary world, which is you, the Rotarians, the volunteers, our members. So my priority number 1, 2, and 3 is you, is membership. We have had, in my modest opinion, a very poor record of accomplishment in membership over the last 25, 26, or 20 some years. We have stabilized, which is an euphemism. We've actually stagnated in 1.2 million members. We have aggregated the 200,000 Rotaractors, still counting, to our database. But we have remained stagnant for over almost 3 decades. So my priority, my fellow Rotarians, is clear: membership, membership, and membership. If we focus on our challenges and our opportunities, we will certainly get it done. We're getting the polio eradication challenge done. It will be eradicated in a matter of 1, 2, or 3 years. It doesn't matter. We are going to get it accomplished. We have to have the same effort, the same adrenaline, the same motivation, the same energy dedicated to increase our membership. And when I talk about increasing membership, let's be very clear about the criteria. I will not admit fake clubs. Is that clear? I will not admit fake Rotarians. I will not admit anything that goes against our number 1 question on the 4-way test. Is it the truth? If it's not the truth, go somewhere else. There's no place for lies in Rotary. We have to grow in a sustainable form. We have to grow in a healthy form. We have to grow over the years. I'm very suspicious about some districts that add 550 members one year to be decreased the following year by 570. That's the revolving door theory. You know, we are very good at inducing new members. Last year, we had 175,000 new members in Rotary. Guess what? We lost 180,000 members in Rotary. To what result? To what avail? I mean, we've got to stop wasting our energy. We've got to focus on club culture, on club retention, on club engagement, new member engagement. If you want to show a healthy number, show a number that is going to be sustainable over the years. We all know that when we go on a diet, and some people here go on a diet, the diet has to be sustainable over a space of time. Otherwise, we lose, quotes, 15, 20, 25 pounds just to gain back the 25 pounds the next year. So we have to change our culture. We have to change our habits. How do we do that? I propose three guidelines that give us orientation in how we are going to achieve that. One is innovation. We have to innovate. If we don't innovate, if we don't update, we'll die. If the clubs don't take the action, move their behinds from the chairs and go to the prospects, we will die. We have dire examples of regions in our Rotary world that are dying. We must not let that continue. It's our job to challenge that trend. By innovating, people ask me, Mario, what do you think of rejuvenating the brand that you talk so much about? I have a pretty clear image. My mirror is Rolls-Royce. I'm not very modest, huh? My mirror is Rolls-Royce. What happened to the Rolls-Royce brand? They had always been recognized as prestige, as wealth, as influence, as power, but they were losing clients because of their poor performance. Then BMW came into the picture and injected electronics, modern engineering, reliability, functionality. What happened to Rolls-Royce? It quadrupled their sales. And I dare you to tell me that Rolls-Royce has not kept the image of prestige and influence and power. They have retained it. They have added the image of reliability, of onboard electronics. They're even launching an electric car. So they're thinking outside of the boxes. We must think outside of the box. We must innovate in terms of new clubs, new formats. Do you know how many Rotarians we have in the world that are members of satellite clubs? Just 9,000 out of 1.2 million. That's not acceptable. 9,000, less than 1%. We haven't done our homework, to be honest. There's a lot of opportunities out there for us to explore in new club formats. Point number 2, continuity. Tom knows that, Tom Gump, who happens to be from the same region of the states where I live at, Minnesota, a very warm country. In 15 days in July only. Otherwise, it's Siberian cold. Continuity. I talk to Stephanie daily over the phone. We send each other messages. We have to be synchronized. We have to be aligned with our objectives. Stephanie won't do anything without Gordon's help, and I won't do anything without Stephanie's help. We must think beyond our term, beyond our quotes year. It's not our year. We're just part of a bigger rotary wheel. We must assure that some programs, some targets, some objectives remain the same. I think there's a waste of energy when I see a lot of district governors trying to reinvent the wheel, to destroy everything that their predecessors have done. That's not for Rotary's better good for Rotary. Some district governors, some leaders think themselves as Paul Harris resurrected from the grave. We must continue what our predecessors have done. We don't have to reinvent the wheel every single year, because we cannot afford to waste energy. We cannot afford to waste focus. We cannot afford to waste money. We must think more corporate-like in terms of continuity. If you tell outside to the corporate world that we change our management from president to club president, all layers, every single year, they will call us crazy. You guys are nuts. you're out of your minds. How do you assure one program from being continued from one year to the other if you change your people every year? And we won't give it that up. We will keep on changing our people every year. But to sustain our core of values, we must assure that we continue. And the third and last leg or guideline is partnerships. Some people that think that we are going to find Rotarians out on the streets, advertising, gathering people, cornering people, and enticing them and seducing them to be Rotarians. My experience is different. If we partner with, for instance, the Bar Association, they're full of lawyers. Lawyers are competent people. They're potential Rotarians. The engineer corps, we are full of engineers in our database, in our member base. Why don't we partner with the engineers associations? Why don't we partner with a dentist like Gordon McNally? No, why don't we partner with the trade associations that handle small businesses' interests? Why don't partner with industry associations? We have lots. I was the president of Brazilian Printing Association. My gentle presenter introduced me for 10 years. Why don't we approach? I'm approaching them. They have 3 Rotarians on the board, but the board is made of 27. Where are the other 24 Rotarians? So we got potential and quality Rotarians. We don't have to, and we will not reduce the quality of Rotarians just to make the numbers good. That's not Rotary. We will stick by our principles. We will only admit quality Rotarians that share diversity, integrity, fellowship, leadership, and humanitarian services, which are our 5 basic values. We have to look outside of the box for people who share those same values. To be able to reach that, I'm talking to the 130 Rotarians present because it's your responsibility, not mine only. I can introduce a limited amount of Rotarians each year because my criteria are strict. But you 130 members in this meeting can present and introduce new members, not in my year, this year, and Stephanie's year, and in 2025, 26. Don't wait until 25, 26 to start the engine. Rotary starts now. Gordon is the president. You can start working immediately, and I hope you are. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope I didn't occupy all of the time. I would be happy to answer questions if you have to and if the time allows. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. You really enlightened us, and especially with the 3 tips: innovation, continuity, and partnership. We will try to follow this. Now I request DGE Ibrahim Khalil Al Jayed Pinak from District 3283, Bangladesh, to take the question answer session. And I request people to, put their question in the chat box if some of them have already done that. And if anyone else also wants to add some more question, can put it in the chat box. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. It is indeed an honor to have the esteemed RI.President nominee with us, and all the today's convener, coordinators, and all the esteemed Rotarians present. Greetings from District 3281, Bangladesh. where right now we're having our public image seminar ongoing. I just happened to step aside in a different room for this meeting. So I'll go right into the questions. I have received some in the chat box. One of them being, President nominee, you've talked about a lot about innovations, and one of the innovations we've tried to do recently is to elevate rotoractors. Has that yielded any results for us thus far in terms of membership, in terms of innovations, in terms of things we have been doing traditionally, now we are capable of doing somewhat in a different way? Sir, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thanks, Ray. It's always a very good question. Rotaract, and I was with Chair Barry Racing the last week in Cancun, Mexico, for Archie Clump celebration, and he was, the mentor of the Elevate Rotaract program. The Elevate Rotaract is just an indication of the trend we must pursue. We have a lot of steps to take. It's just that people will have a signal, an arrow showing what the future of Rotary is going to be. I think that we have to think of Rotaract as a partner because they share our culture, they share our values. I was a youth exchange student myself, so I'm a living proof that Rotary must invest in the youth programs because it can produce results. It does yield results. The results won't be shown short term. We have to take some steps to approach Rotary to Rotaract. It's not easy. Rotaractors we have a difference. We have an age bracket. We have an age gap. Now we're roughly 60s, 50 plus, and they are 25, 30 plus. So there is definitely an age gap. How can we approach or narrow this age gap? By working together. So my first suggestion, and I talked to district governors about this, is put Rotaractors in committees in your district. Very practical, very pragmatical. Second step, engage Rotaractors in projects. If you have a global grants, engage Rotaractors in your global grants. Invite Rotaractors to be part of your training. As a director, I invited RDRs from all over Brazil and from over Latin America to be part of the same governor training at the Institute. Why not? No, they're just as responsible as we are, but we have to take the first steps toward them. No, we have to approach Rotaract. They have a lot to contribute. 2 weeks ago, I was in a football stadium. The Americans say it's soccer, but it's football. Football stadium in Rio de Janeiro. The two leading football teams in Brazil right now in our championship. They staged polio advertising all over the stadium for 47,000 people. I was there because they said, well, the president nominee must be here because it's the start of a relationship with the Brazilian Football Association. Who started this relationship? A Rotaractor, Lucas, from a small club in countryside São Paulo, not even from the capital. So he had the guts and the boldness to approach the Brazilian Football Association, something that the Rotarians didn't. So when we partner with Rotaract, we grow stronger. We do a better job. We make partnerships like with the Brazilian Football Association to advertise polio in football stadiums for next year, the whole year throughout. So this is what we have to look for. Engage them into partnerships, into programs, and engage them into your committees for decision-making. not only cheap labor.
Thank you very much. With that, let's take a question from PDG Shab Elwer, who has his hand raised. Sir, the floor is yours for the question.
Well, good morning, Governor President Mario, Governor Ibrahim. Thank you for.
Hi, Shab. How are you?
I'm doing fabulous. Good to see you always. You know, my passion is global grant and serving others through global grants, and I see on this panel of great Rotarians, people that attend our meeting every month to improve that. Knowing that we have done 1,000 global grant less last year from the year before, and knowing that we have turned over $44 million, and knowing also that we will lose the DDF in 5 years. What's an innovation way you can suggest for Rotary Foundation to help do that? By helping do that, we can really eliminate a lot of things, including women problems in the world, and others, educating them and everything else. So what other things could the foundation do in innovating that will make the global grant more attractive or more easy to do?
Yeah, that's a good question. This number, 44 million, was reduced from 52 million when I was a trustee. And that was a big challenge. We thought, you know, how are we going to pressure? The word is clear, pressure. Put pressure on districts that are not utilizing their DDF for the good. And I was sent to some areas of the world exactly to make that statement, to address that. The money and Rotary Foundation treasure is not to just lay there. It's to be used. It has to be utilized. Nevertheless, of the 52 million, only 8 million were utilized, reducing to the present 44 million unutilized DDF. The chair of the Rotary Foundation and the trustees decided recently that they will allocate 20% of that unutilized DDF starting 2026 every year to polio. They could have taken a different decision. They could have split half to polio, half to global grants to reinforce our funds for global grants. And I say very positively because we are victims of our own success. Shab, when I joined TRF in 2015, we had 860 global grants. Last year, we had more than 2,000. I think it was 2,066. That was the number that I recall. So in a certain way, that put pressure on the Board of Trustees to limit the 100% pair that was all our advertising for ages to 80% only. You know that better than anybody else. So in a certain way, we are victims of our own success. Clubs and districts learned very quickly how to do good projects, how to do projects that are more impactful, that demand more resources. So the Rotary Foundation coffers, our treasure, was not able to sustain the 100% parity, which is unfortunate. I wish we could have stayed with that, but to be able to sustain that, we need more money. That money will either come from increasing raising of funds or from allocating some of that unutilized DDF for global grants instead of 100% for polio. I'm not criticizing it. It was a trustee decision. It's done. It's going to be implemented. It could have been different. It could have been split half and half to polio, half to global grants, which is in a growing demand from every part of the Rotary world, which means we are, and we were, and we will be successful. I mean, we'll have to get more money. That's the solution to the formula.
Thank you very much. You're awesome.
So it's not always that we have our RI.President nominee this close, this personal, and this in close circle. So naturally, we have a lot of questions in the chat box, and we have few raised hands. But I was given 10 minutes, and I think we have already crossed that limit. So I would like to turn it over to the convener of this meeting, whether we can entertain more questions, or we should just stay on course of the schedule and of the agenda, and move on to the next.
Maybe if RIPN agrees, we can have 1 or 2 questions.
Yeah, one more, because I have to leave. I have the meeting going on behind my back.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll be happy to answer any written questions that you sent to me.
Sure.
Okay. So I would like to take one other question from the raised hands, who was next in line, Dr. Sam Hancock from District 7620. Sir, the floor is yours for the question.
Thank you very much, Mario. Thank you for being with us and sharing your challenge to everyone here. We have, this is an innovation I just wanted to share with you and get your feedback. We started about 8 years ago what we call the Rule of 35, where we're actively recruiting new Rotarians under the age of 35, but have the maturity and the experience to really contribute to our club. So they're meeting all of the standards, but at the same time, it allows us to mentor these new Rotarians at a younger age to come in and stay with us and grow within the club. That lowered our average age dramatically. It improved the energy within our club for new projects and new ideas. And they've become very active on our community services program and also the international projects. So I was just wondering what you think about this idea of actively recruiting 35 and under, what we call young professionals, and to allow them to mature and grow, and in turn allow them to recruit new members within the same age range for the club. And thank you for sharing.
Thanks, Sam. Thanks, Sam, for the question. The place where I'm sitting right now is the house of my sponsor in Rotary, who happens to be a PDG from my district, Otávio Valejo. He admitted me to Rotary when I was 23 years old.
Fantastic.
Question.
Wonderful.
We have to have the boldness, the vision, the guts, the courage to admit that younger people may have brilliant ideas, may have good minds. Not my case, but I was fortunate to have somebody at that time, and I'm talking about October 1980, who had the courage to propose a new member who was 23 years old. But he foresaw my future much before I ever did. So I think that answers your question very positively.
Yeah. Thank you very much. And I was actually 27 when I was brought in. So I was 30 years junior to most everybody in the club, and but I started a trend, and so anyway, I just think it's a fantastic way to bring it forward. But if anybody is interested in what we call Rule of 35, I'll be glad to respond and share what we've been doing, and it's worked very well for us for the last 8+ years.
100% agree.
Thank you.
Thank you. So with that, it was great and heartwarming to know that our RI.President nominee joined Rotary when he was 23 years old. Sorry, if I may add, you still have the same energy and the smile, even after all these years. So with that, I think the Q&A comes to an end. Thank you very much. And over to you, Madam Convener.
Thank you, DGE. And the question answer session was really great. Like it was very engrossing. And now before Mario has to leave, before that, I request DGE PDG Ijoma Paul Okoro, our chief guest, Mario. Over to you, Paul.
Can you unmute her? PDG,
Yes, she's muted. Please unmute yourself.
We have
Please unmute
PDG Pearl as co-host, so she can unmute herself.
Yeah. Please unmute yourself.
Can we call on past District Governor Sharp to take a vote of thanks if she's not here?
Good evening, Odi.
Yeah, good afternoon. Good afternoon, fellow Rotarians. Sorry, that was a technical glitch. Well, you must agree with me that it's been a time well spent with our president nominee. Mario, I wish I can speak Portuguese to give you my vote of thanks in Portuguese. I really wish I could.
We'll teach you.
I want to say very, very thank you. Indeed, Rotarians are actually looking forward to your year of service. You speak with so much passion. You are so real. You are so much at home with yourself. And that is it for Rotary. So Rotarians are actually looking forward to when you come and lead us and share your wealth of knowledge and all that. It's an evolving for us. Rotary is evolving. Our organization needs a lot of dynamism. Our organization, with everything that is happening around the world, our organization needs more pragmatic approach in all the way that we do things. And I am happy. There's nothing like a leader is coming on and you can see that people are already connecting to him. I'm actually even surprised at our numbers because a lot of people look forward. I was talking with a Rotarian last night. I think he's here, and he was talking about today. He was looking forward to actually listening to you and all that. So I want to thank you for creating time to come and be with us and answer questions, to give us perspective about what to expect and what we have on. We ask the Almighty God to continue to inspire you, and they give you the strength, give you the health, give you all the wisdom you need to move Rotarians. I also want to thank the organizers for taking time, because I know it must have been tough for them to make sure that you are here. This is I think the fourth or the third of this series that I've listened to, and each experience is different. Each experience is wonderful, and it makes you look forward to looking for more. My sister, Smita, you've perfected in moderating this event, and I wish it will continue. I'm hoping that there will never be an end to this fellowship that brings people together from all over the world. Thank you, Mario. If I say obrigado, obrigada, am I in order?
That's good.
Okay, that was what I learned when we came to Rio for convention. Obrigada. Thank you so much. Thank you.
That's a good word. That's a good word, Pearl.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pearl. This was a really good vote of thanks. And next, we move on to the Sergeant at Arms of Greater Dhaka to give the attendance statistics.
Thank you, Smita ji, once again. Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Oh, excellent. Thank you, Mario, once again for your wonderful speech and enlightening speech, and give us a lot of food for thought for us for future. And it's really a great directions we are heading. And thank you so much for your time. And it was indeed a good participation, I would rather say. We have more than 140 participants in today, although it was a very short notice. We came up for this webinar. It's only 3 days. Had we received some more times, it could have been, we could have seen more participants coming up. But thank you so much, everybody, for your participation. Everybody from all parts of the world actually participated. So thank you once again. Over to you, Smita ji.
Thank you. And now there is an announcement by Charter President and Convener, Ambassador OGM Eshri of Rotary Club of Chapley, GRA, District 9141, Nigeria.
Well, thank you once again, Smita ji, and thank you so much, RI.President nominee. I would like to announce that Rotarians will be attending the Rotary Centenary in Australia. Rotarians from our group will be attending the Rotary Centenary in Australia from February 1st on the 10th of February. So you can join us in this exciting trip from Rotarians from all over the world. And we expect that some district governors will also be joining us for this trip. Thank you so much, Smita ji.
Thank you. So now I request past President Wasiu Situ of Rotary Club of Garki Neighborhood District 9125 to give the vote of thanks to all the Rotary leaders and the district governors present here.
Thank you, my moderator. Good evening, everyone. My name is past President Shitu Abdulwasi, Rotary Club of Garki, Abuja Garki Neighborhood District 9125. On behalf of my amiable past president, Isiri, the brain and convener of the mega meeting, I send a really earth vote of thanks to our Rotary International President nominee, Rotarian Mário, who spared time from his busiest schedule to grace this occasion and equally double as our guest speaker. Today, we've had opportunity to hear your thoughts, specifically about using more of our energies in growing our membership, not just membership, quality membership that will go a long way to help Rotary International. And this will surely encourage us in our future Rotary life. Your thoughts have enlightened our minds and have shown us a new path for us to charter in years to come. My gratitude to all the Rotary leaders, ranging from Rotary International board members, zonal coordinators, DGs, DGEs, DGN, and all district officers, club presidents, and fellow distinguished Rotarians for gracing this occasion and sharing opinions and time with us today. Thank you, and I hope to see you in our next gathering. Thank you very much. Obrigado.
Thank you. Before I request Rotarian Raman Nepal, President of RC Balaju District 3292 Nepal, to adjourn the meeting. There is another announcement that this event, after this meeting is over, it will be followed by screening of the highlight from the award-winning film, The World is My Country, by the filmmaker and director, Rotarian Arthur Canegis from the US. So I request everyone to be present here to see the clippings of the film, especially on this today's when we are celebrating the UN Day for the elimination of violence against women. And Rotarian Arthur, earlier in 1983, had through his TV special, The Day After, had convinced the US President Ronald Reagan that the nuclear weapon was unvulnerable, leading the president to sign the treaty with the Soviet Union. So please stay back for the film after this mega meeting. Now over to President Raman Nepal from Rotary Club of Balaju District 3292, Nepal, to adjourn the meeting.
Thank you. Thank you, moderator. Good evening and namaste from Nepal. This is Raman Nepal, President of Rotary Club of Balaju District, Nepal, Bhutan 3292. Mr. RI.President nominee 25 and 26, Mário and other participants. It's my great opportunity to adjourn this meeting. This meeting, mega meeting, provide us so many informations and so many knowledge about the Rotary and others things. So this is my opportunity to adjourning this meeting. Thank you very much, all participants and all friends from Nepal. Good night. See you next meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And now the meeting is over, so we can have the entertainment. And we will like RIPN Mario to also watch the film if we can spend some time. And over to Arthur. Can you make him the co-host? Nazmul, can you make him the co-host?
Yes, I have already assigned him as a co-host.
Yeah. So maybe he can just before RIPN, leaves, he can just speak few things and then show his film to us.
You can ask him to unmute. We have already assigned him as a co-host. And if he can open his video, we can also spotlight him. Okay, here he is.
Yeah, hello.
Hello. Okay, yeah,
Hello,
so we're
and
doing
welcome.
do you want me to speak about our film now and then Oswem can show the trailer? So we are, we're promoting a film called Television Event. It's the 40th anniversary of the ABC TV film The Day After, the movie that convinced Ronald Reagan that he could not fight and win a nuclear war, and that he had to start reducing weapons and negotiate arms treaties with the Russians. But that movie had a powerful impact on moving the world away from nuclear war. And once again, we're facing nuclear war, so on many fronts, great danger. So I'm on my way to New York, the UN States Party meeting, where nations from around the world who have banned nuclear weapons are getting together to try to extend the ban more widely. 63 nations have ratified it, Far more have signed it, and it is international law, and some countries are already enforcing it, like Mexico. If you want to do business there, you have to get rid of your nuclear weapons business. So banks are calling the Don't Bank on the Bomb people to find out where they can effectively invest without facing the bomb. So with that, Oswem, do you have the YouTube trailer ready to show? Can you share that, show that?
Yeah, I've sent it to Najmo. He's going to show it. Najmo, please, can you share it? Send it to
Yeah, the YouTube link was in my email if you want to go ahead and play that. I'm on the bus to the UN meeting, so I'm on my phone. So if you can play it, go ahead. It was in my email there. It's a YouTube.
Okay, Najmo, can you show it? I'm sharing it to you.
I need to look for it. Can you send me the link, Ozim?
Yeah, it is there in the WhatsApp group. Shall I mail you?
It's a YouTube.
Hold on. Let me open the link. Just a minute. I thought that Mr. Arthur will run it from his end. Anyway, just a second. Mario is, leaving us. Thank you, Mario.
Yeah. Thank you, Mario.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It was a big pleasure, real pleasure having you with us.
Thank you.
With Rotarians from around the world.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice
Thank you.
Thank you,
Brazil,
Brazil.
Bye. Thank you.
We appreciate you.
Please stay back for the film if you can.
Okay,
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank
you, everyone.
you. Bye.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Oswin.
Wait now.
We had enough nuclear weapons to kill every man, woman, and child on the face of the earth 54 times over. 54 times over.
1983 was the coldest part of the Cold War, at least since the Cuban Missile Crisis.
I was thinking, what if you could write a movie showing what nuclear war was?
What? You out of your mind?
Yes, never thought it would get on the air.
You go up and knock on someone's door and say, I'm from BBC and I'd like to blow your barn up.
Bob taps me on the shoulder. They want to talk to you.
The White House issued instructions. We want the following edits.
Notes. Like, I hope we're not going to see too much peeling skin in this movie of the week about nuclear war.
No.
Passionate. Even the crew kept saying, are you sure this is going to be on television?
2 weeks from going on the air. Front page New York Times. No one under 10 can watch it. No one under 12 can watch it. No one under 16 can watch it. I mean, I was getting threats on my life.
Nobody on network television had ever been shown anything close to this.
Those locations were the locations of my childhood. That's really hard to watch.
That may have been the first and last time a serious conversation about the danger of nuclear war happened in front of the entire American public.
We saw our community destroyed this evening. We saw all the nightmares come true.
I'm not going to argue with the fact that the movie changed history.
Arthur is muted. Let them unmute him.
You are muted. Arthur, please unmute yourself.
Sorry. The Rotary Action Group for Peace I'm on my way to the UN now, where our delegation from the Rotary Action Group for Peace will be part of this international meeting banning nuclear weapons. We'll be observers and will be part of the campaigners meeting. And all of the groups in ICANN, the group that got the Nobel Peace Prize for sponsoring this ban on nuclear weapons, this international law against nuclear weapons, they are coordinating with many, many groups all over the country these activities. So please do go to that link I put in the chat, because this is a very important Rotary outreach event. The Rotary Action Group for Peace, people like Francis and Dr. Ann and other people are all joining in this. We've got Dennis and, well, anyway, many, many Rotarians are joining in this important effort to save our planet. And Rotary International has divested from nuclear weapons. They no longer invest in nuclear weapons. And we invite all the people locally involved to do the same thing. If we can remove the economic incentive for these weapons, then maybe it'll be easier to show the total how illogical it is to have weapons that can destroy our planet several times over, many times over, with no rational way they can be used. So please go to that link and join us in helping to ban nuclear weapons from the face of the earth. Thank you, and thank you, OSWEM, and thank you. I would love to be directly in touch with Rotary International, which sponsored the previous public broadcasting programs of The World is My Country, another movie I produced. Rotarians sponsored that on PBS, and there's a chance now it's going to be shown on PBS, and we invite Rotarians to be part of that as well. So do join us. Thank you so much. And continue on the fabulous work that Rotary is doing around the world, beyond the borders that divide us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, people can speak because the meeting is now over. So this is fellowship. So people can meet, greet, talk to each other.
Thank you, Smita Sinha. I always come for your meets.
Yeah, thank you very much, Smita ji. Many congratulations to you.
For making this
Many
possible.
congratulations. Really,
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you, my
lot of effort for this.
Thank you for always being there for us.
Thank
I
you,
don't have a
OGM.
choice.
Thank you.
Thanks, Peter.
Hi.
You're doing a great job. Thanks a million.
This great event. I'm so
Thank you very much.
Thank you a lot. Thanks
Have
a
a
lot.
wonderful
Yeah.
weekend.
Yeah.
Thank
you very much from
Israel.
Thank you, Izoma.
Najmul, I don't know, you still
Madam,
here?
thank you. You can unmute yourself.
Thank you. For both for a wonderful.
Thank you, everybody. It's a great webinar once again. Thank you so much for joining.
Please, let's hope these kind of arrangements are continue even next year, because it was so good. Thanks very much, the organizers and the initiators. Wish you well. It's Rotarian Andrew from Uganda, East Africa. Bye-bye. Lovely weekend.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you,
Yeah.
Ivy.
Serbia. A wonderful program. Thank you for the organizers. Thank you to our RI.President for finding time to be with us. We thank you all. Thank you.
Thank
Wow,
you.
that's
Thank
my
you,
DJ.
Jules.
Good night. Good
Thank
night
you,
from
PDG.
Nepal.
DG,
Thank you, Kaushalandra.
OZM, it was excellent.
OGM,
Yes, thank you
excellent.
so much, Najmul.
Madam,
And Najmul, you managed so well. The Zoom.
no, it's good that we pulled it out. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Considering, I mean, we had to do it in a very short period of time, but it was really good.
I know,
It
within
was
3-4 days.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Great work. It's a good teamwork.
Everybody.
So when is the next program? When is the next?
Next year, 24.
No,
You never know.
we're
Maybe
looking at
in December.
No.
December.
You make it before,
maybe
yes.
we'll do a
Before
Christmas meeting.
Christmas, I think Ozium.
Yeah, before Christmas.
Before Christmas,
Before
right?
Christmas,
You
we
share
can have
the details.
We'll have a Christmas
Share the details.
Christmas party, virtual party.
Maybe I'll speak with RI.President Goddams to see if he can still be in the meeting before the year runs out. Maybe I'm gonna speak with him and find out if he's gonna come back again. You know, he's been part of the meeting before. That was a few months ago, right? June or so, or July.
Yeah,
So
he was the part of the meeting in 22-23 Rotary year in June.
yeah. You know, sometimes so he's gonna
23,
say
24, he can...
sometimes he's gonna say let's give opportunity to other clubs and other districts probably to have meeting. But I'm gonna speak with him and find out if he's gonna be free for another meeting for this year. If not, we'll have a Christmas meeting, right? We can start planning that now.
Yeah. So let's have a Christmas meeting also, pre-Christmas meeting.
Yeah, let's do that.
But little differently.
Yeah. Let's do it
Let's
in a lighter
be
mood.
innovative.
Let's do it completely lighter mood.
No, as Mario says, you know, to be innovative. So let's be innovative.
Let's say this will be an interesting thing. Let's bring the young champs, especially the Rotary interactors over here. Ozium, look for it.
Yes. What
good
I
idea.
should look for?
Maybe they can do some performances also.
Yeah, we can do some
performances.
Yeah, let's bring a performance from everywhere, all continent. Let's have a grand year closing.
Yes. I was even thinking about something. Is it possible if we can have a probably different culture, right? People having their different maybe song or something like that, right?
Oh, let's discuss it. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll come up with something.
Yeah. I think we need to begin to bring more initiative that will unite Rotary more beyond borders. You know, people from different countries.
Exactly.
There was a time when I was the president of my club, I introduced what we call all Rotary clubs president night. It was a game night. People who knows how to play chess, people who knows how to different games. They came together, they competed, and it was fun all through. So I don't know if that kind of stuff is gonna have is might likely happen online. Is it possible online to have such kind of thing?
Well, we can try.
Why not? We can try.
It's possible. We can do something live also.
Yeah.
For example, I can just call Nazmu. I said, Nazmu, my club, my district is gonna be competing with your district on a chess game, and we have over 50 districts that are going to be playing the game online.
Is it?
That's going to be fun, right?
This is interesting.
Right, we'll look at that. We'll look at what
we can have a look at it.
Yeah,
right.
We should look at it. Yeah, I'm chair for the cultural affairs for my district, and I would love to have a kind of a Nepalese cultural dance on that day.
Oh, that would be great. That would be great, Kushalda.
Yeah. So if you plan like that, you know, some district, if you can,
let's
do
come up with
kind of
something traditional.
Maybe we can have a traditional dance from each continent or each part of the world.
Yeah.
Like some from India, Japan, or
Nepal.
Asian countries, Nepal,
Nepalese
and,
cultural dance.
And Africa.
Yeah,
maybe some ballerina can also perform from Ukraine or Moscow or from somewhere else.
The person that just spoke now, are you part of the mega meeting group? So that probably when we finalize, you can be part of the program, right? Are you part of the mega meeting group? You can join.
Who Kausal? Kausal is not there. We will add him.
We can add him.
No, I would love to be there.
Yeah,
okay.
We will
that would
add
be great.
him.
So you find the link. You can just join.
And anyone else also interested can be there in that.
Yeah, let's make it a very bigger platform.
Yeah.
It's already a big platform, though, but
I know.
still,
Already
let's bring as much clubs as much possible, you know. So it could be a true platform.
Yeah. So
Actually,
so technically, I'm gonna discuss this. We're gonna discuss this with Najmo and other people to see what is possible, that we can start promoting it as soon as possible, because we had a low turnout in this event, in this meeting, because I almost canceled this mega meeting for Mario because of the time constraint, but we just took it like 4 days to wait. And I really
Actually,
want to
you
thank
got 1.5 days only to promote it, nah? By the time we finalized everything, it was only 3 days.
Yeah, we were actually trying to postpone this event, but Mario did not have time. I know he has no time in December, so we had to do it for this day. So that's why we did not have enough time in our hand.
But anyway,
but even then, in a short time, we could really did a good job. It's a participation and everything. It was well managed, and it was really very nice meeting.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Excellent.
Actually, it happens, like when you plan, much earlier, it doesn't work out so much,
Yeah, it's true.
Very less
I agree
time
with you.
and
Yeah,
very
really.
hard. It becomes a success.
Yeah.
Anyway. No, thank you, Osim, and thank you, Smita ji, everybody, those who are still hanging with us till now. It's a great inspiration for us. Let's do another series. And we'll definitely have enough time in hand before we go for the next event. So
Cultural event.
Let's cultural exchange.
Cultural exchange, we can call it like that. And for that, we
that
have to have
sounds
preparation.
right. I do agree as well with that kind of exchange, cultural exchanging. I think it's so quite bright and it's a good idea. And again, I would be happy to see beyond this, possibly members who participated in this mega meeting, we stay again, the clubs stay in touch for another, maybe that kind of arrangement. I don't know whether I had discussed that, so that we don't only end at this mega meeting, but we can keep in touch as clubs. It becomes again a network of each of this kind as we continue building more for future mobilizations on such events.
Did you join? Are you a member of the mega meeting group, so we can pass information? If you've not joined, you can join.
No, but how will he join? It is through the WhatsApp number. Like if you can post your WhatsApp number, maybe we will send you invitation.
Yeah, if you can kindly, those who are really interested to join, I would rather request you to just give us a knock in the chat group. This chat group is live, and we can pick up your contact numbers. Especially, there is a WhatsApp group. Either you can drop your email IDs or your contact numbers, whichever is already registered with the WhatsApp, because there is a WhatsApp group. So we can pick up all those contacts from the chat box, and then later on we can communicate with you.
Or they can send us, we give our the WhatsApp number, that will be easier, they can contact maybe OGM.
Yeah.
OGM's number.
Any number is fine.
Any number is
Hello.
fine. I'm dropping my number over here in the chat group. So do contact with us if you wanted to join and participate in the group's discussion to contribute for future events.
Yeah, so you give your number.
Can you help me now? It's like I can't access my chat. May possibly I just read my number. Do you mind about that?
No, what I suggest, all of you write to one number so that it will be easier for us. So, Najmul, are you giving your number?
Yeah, I'm just posting my number. Hold on a second.
Yeah, just all of you just take this number and send your number to this WhatsApp number so that we can add you.
Messages received from
Did you receive any message in the chat box?
No.
Oops. What went wrong?
Sorry, is it the same WhatsApp group you sent a mail to us we are supposed to join?
I guess so.
Okay, all right. I think I'm there already.
Okay.
My numbers are already there. Look for me, Past President Jim Nazmul Hussain. I am from Greater Dhaka, District 3281. Greater Dhaka, District 3281.
So please post your mobile number to this number. So he will
Or
send
you can copy my number. It's already there in the chat box, Nazmul Hussain. And just copy this number. Whenever you want to join, please just send a message. Mention your name and the club and the district from where you want to join, so that we will include you. And definitely in our next coordination meeting, we will invite you. So Smita Ji, it's already,
yeah.
I mean, 11:30.
It's already very late.
Late in the evening from
let's
Bangladesh.
say
So
bye-bye.
if you could allow, we'd like to close today's sessions. OZM and
Yeah,
Smita Ji,
Aloti,
it's your
you're
call.
from which place?
Please do post your number. It will be recorded, all the chat in our chat box. We will keep all the records of this chat. So rest be sure that we are going to include you.
Okay.
Please do leave
Now,
your
bye-bye.
Yeah,
Okay,
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you now. Let us say good
Bye.
night. Good night
Good
from
night.
Nepal.
Good night.
All the best.
Bye.
Great weekend, everybody.
Please.
Thank you, Ozium. Thank you. I can see Sakib. Thank you.
Thank you, Ozium. Thank
Sakib
you,
is also
Nazmul.
from
Thank
our
you, everybody.
club.
It was wonderful.
Thank you.
Kaushalda, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Nazmul.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we'll see you.
I can see all of the Wilson,
PDG, Sandy,
everybody.
Tulsi.
Everybody.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Sandy,
Bye-bye. Good night now.
Sandy, thank you so much. Everybody, Carlos, thank you.
Thank you.
Fiona.
Thank you.
Thank you. Please join with us in our next meeting. Look forward to meeting all of
Okay,
you.
so the next edition is when? Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Very much.
Everybody, have a great weekend. Thank you.
You too.
Thank you. Bye.
Good night from Dhaka, Bangladesh.
Good night.
Good night.